Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round 2 of the Auzom Invitational Showmatch. My name is Mr. Falls. Nice to have you guys here. Thank you so much for dropping in and supporting the teams, the organizations, the underdogs participating in the Showmatch today. And I'll tell you what, it's been a couple of surprises, some twists and turns in today's journey, and I'm actually really excited to see. We saw some high-tier teams get eliminated early on and some unexpected newcomers come up to the top 10 or top 5 even. So big props to them. And as you can see, PUBG, that's the fascinating thing about it is you can have quite a turn of events if you're not prepared. And I'm not talking about not having the right weapons. There was relatively good gear there in Novorepnoye for Elevate to contest against Arcticus, but you know, they were simply they confined themselves to one spot, and Arcticus had a very good peripheral view of the whole area, and they were able to, you know, survive and stay alive and go quite far into the game. But just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. Now, because this stream has a 5-minute delay, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but we will draw the winners for 2 player-unknown battleground keys. And it will be 1 now and 1 next intermission, with a 3rd one at the final. So when we do the recap of today's event. So, if you want to enter in the giveaway for the PUBG key, player unknown battle key, you want to get in? You want to start learning how to play? You're watching the pros and you're saying, man, I can do better than these guys. I got a team. I got the cojones to bring it to the fight. Get yourself a free key. Enter into the giveaway. The keyword for the giveaway is Auzom PUBG. That's one word. Auzom, A-U-Z-O-M, P-U-B-G. Enter it into the chat, and one of the moderators will pick it and draw, and we will contact you later on in the evening to figure out how we will get you the key. Nice express delivery for some PUBG action. But yeah, here we are. The desk is looking ship shape. We got the suit on, a lovely presence of people in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting us here at Auzom. Big thank you to all the developers and the graphics and the media guys for making some kick-ass assets for us to use for the stream. And of course, Izadeptic for making a beautiful intro trailer for us to use here at Auzom GG. So big shout out to Izadeptic. Be sure to give him a visit and show him some love. So we are live here in the server. And with 1 second to go, the plane will be spawning in very soon. And let's get right into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and start round 2. Have a look here of the plane. It's almost exactly the same trajectory as we saw in round 1, but it is going to be taking a little bit more of a southbound approach, cutting across the lower part of the map, limiting the opportunities for where players can go to with the parachute, and they will have to rely on vehicles in this early stage if they do want to go to some of the higher loot areas, such as Georgopol, and Primorsk is relatively okay. Pachinki will definitely get some traffic. School and Rozhok will get some areas as well. And, you know, so I think the largest amount of players will be dropping off at Yasnaya Polana. And, you know, we can have a look at Yasnaya Polana. It's a beautiful city, beautiful place for loot and death to happen at the same time. Rarely seen in our playtest, the final circles finish in this area, so well, there was actually one happening at the northern field there, just next to the water tower. So Yasnaya Polana will be a hotspot early on in today's game. We also do have a team going over to Lipovka. They're going to be picking up. It is Zodiac and Wazupi. And that team is, if I can just get the name really quickly, I think there is a substitute that is playing for them instead. Muff Butter. BFX team Zodiac. Anyways, that squad is going to be taking Yasnaya Polana. We do have a team also going to the Milta power plant, which is just over here. And that is going to be Taxia with Chronix, Haseda Meteorbot taken up to that. Milta is also being taken by a small team. But everyone seems to be quite well spread out. No one going for the military base just yet. And the main attraction for today's game seems to be the Rozhok area next to the ruins. So Rozhok will be a big fight zone, as Haidon and Bush are going to be going towards the Severny, the village between Yasnaya Polana and Severny. But Rozhok is a very interesting area for them to work with, as you know, we do have what seems to be 5 teams in this area, as we can go back into the game. and track the player movements so far. Not any damage being dealt. I think Milta will be a hot spot for them to contest. No one went for the villa, this open field area, which is actually one of my favorite, what I think is one of the best designed places in the map, as well as Roshook in the water town. So we do have another team going there. Team 1 here in the south. Solid FPS from Cloud9 here, going for the Gatka building, spreading out to, you know, streamline their looting. And excuse me, and we do have, I'm not sure, is this, we have 2 teams going, it's the Sauna Boys and Rocket going into Severny. Rocket deciding to pull out and go towards the gun range, as we do have Murder Death Kill approaching Hide on Bush. And Hide on Bush seems to be relatively well geared. They see the window doors are open, and it's a big nope from Princess Pons as she tells her team to get out of that area. That whole village is contested. They're not going to have no chance to loot up, especially when they have no gear on them whatsoever at such a, you know, you could say it's a late stage in the game to not be ready to engage a target. But here we have Team 1 taking out the, you know, the farm plateau, doing some decent loot. I don't know if they're going to decide to risk it and go towards the military base. Slim carry here in Primorsk. And they are going to be having a look around here as they gear up. I mean, I think they have the farthest distance to travel to get. And, you know, Rocket Esports going for the same approach as last round, which didn't seem to work out for them as they were caught out by the circle. But they're going to be going for Zarki again. Or I believe they were in Georgiapol, but they did go to this western part of the map. And it didn't really pay off for them as they did get eliminated pretty quickly with 0 kills under their belts. And that was not a great way to start their game. To be frank. Machine Gunner here with Flashpoint Esports taking the north point of the town. And we do have a little bit of a close distance between here. The Angry Cageman, Articus. Well, they could, you know, throw another spanner into the works for another strong team if they do play and hold their composure like they did in the previous round. Let's have a look here. We actually do have a crate that will be dropping towards the crater area, the warehouse hospital, and I'm not sure where the second one potentially will be landing right at the fingertips of Hide on Bush, or if I could see, that's a Severny, so they're going to be coming out over here. So Sauna Boys could potentially gear up with some sweet loot. Oh no, I'm mistaken. I'm very mistaken. That is Hide on Bush. I completely misjudged who will be picking that up. And, you know, Murder Death Kill are going to be looting up on the north coastline, which is, you know, slim pickings for them. And Hide on Bush will grab a nice goodie box from the loot gods of PUBG. It's Yuki's going to be claiming it. Come to Papa, Yuki. I know you want it. He's excited. He's a little boy coming down to the fireplace to check his stockings at Christmas. And let's see what he's going to get. Ooh, an M24, a level 3 backpack, and that's it. But, you know, that should be setting him up for the rest of the game, especially with some long shots if they hold on to Stalber, which is, you know, it's a great area to hold on to. The ruins provide a substantial amount of cover, and, you know, you do have some relatively good visibility, a couple of kilometers around, depending on, you know, your draw distance. They should be relatively set up if they loot Stalber successfully, and you know, set up for any sort of push coming in from the north or south onto their position. Let's go here. We do have a fight breaking out. It is Gazrilla from Flashpoint. As the textures render, he tries to peek out on G-Thang. G-Thang eliminated for the first blood for the day's kill, but the returning fire coming in straight away from a UMP in the police station. Oh, the Scar coming in. Is that a Salazar? Knocking out Fuffins with a headshot with that AEK, which is a lethal weapon with close to medium range, and if you're accurate enough, can do some decent damage from a long distance. But Flashpoint Esports not going down this early. They're saying no. They're putting up a stand, as the Crazy Cageman is the only one here remaining that can actually provide any sort of help to you know, try and eliminate Flashpoint. Tries to pre-fire into that window, knowing that Salazar is there. Have a quick look at the map. No damage being dealt to anyone else, so the fight is still here in Yasnaya Polana. It is the hotspot. Gonna try and go down and rescue Fuffins. Oh, but you get a lot of returning fire coming in from the Flashpoint Esports boy, and I think the Crazy Cage Man is not doing so well. Probably needs to be put in his cage and have that cage rattled to rile them up and get them thirsty, bloodthirsty kills into play, as he is peeking and prodding, trying to get the information to take out Salazar, but he is just overwhelmed, and I can't really see him trying to make any successful shots here. And with the fact that he isn't really loading that M16, I think he's out of ammo. He's lacking in the 5.56 department, and this will definitely be frustrating for him. Oh, I take that back. He did have some ammo, and but you know, we need to see if will intuition come to play for Flashpoint, or will the, you know, will Arcticus be the ones holding into this? You know, they have no rush. We do have Slice and Dice coming in from the south, though. Hearing the gunshots being drawn into the light like a mosquito towards a electric insecticide light, or whatever you call them nowadays. Well, Slice and Dice here. And fun fact, Drunksy is a former competitive Battlefield player from Fnatic. They were the champions for every season except the last in Battlefield 4. So Drunksy is the one to watch from Slice and Dice, but they are getting some shots being put out towards them from Fuffins. Not sure what he sees from this angle, but you know, it could be a loot drop coming in. The SKS coming to it. Kala Pew Pew gets away from the Pew Pews as he gets into cover behind a tree, and I think they're just going to set up camp here and wait for the next push of players to come in. As Rocket Esports are looting, still looting Zark. He managed to find a vehicle, which is, you know, that is a miracle considering the fact how limited the resources are in that northwest corner of the map. And you can get caught out, especially if the circle is in a much further position than we have right now. Let's see here, Fuffin's taking a little bit of damage. Gonna have to take cover behind this rock as machine gunners putting down the suppressive fire onto him. Not much pivotal movement coming in to help them out in this game, but I think Buffins can hold it down. They just need to pick their fight slowly here, get the corners, hold the advantage, hold the angles, and they could potentially win this one if they're patient and end up baiting Rocket Esports, excuse me, Flashpoint. Salazar. Play aware of where the angry cage man is. The crazy cage man. Upstairs, and it's going to be a full squad push up to the top. I don't know, it's a little bit of expensive. It could be risky. If Cage Man manages to knock them all down, that is game over for Flashpoint with Machine Gunner out of the equation for this push. Let's have a look here as it is coming into play. We have Salazar taken up behind. And who is that on point, actually? And here it is, coming around the corner, and he's nowhere to be seen. The crazy Cage Man. Where is he? He's downstairs. They're completely unaware. He just juked them. He even juked me. Oh my lord. Sneaky, sneaky play there. Doing an old switcheroo. It's like the Scooby-Doo scene. He went in one door, came out a completely different dimension. He went to Narnia and back. Even visited Rick and Morty. In Gazorpazorp land. Buffin's here. Not much information for him to work with. He's kind of pinned down and not a decent angle, as Gazrilla could actually just peek him and take him out quite easily. No helmet to provide the protection needed, as we do not have any more fights breaking out in the scene. So this is the only point of conflict right now in round 2, is this fight between Arcticus and Flashpoint. The silence sets in. A bead of sweat runs down Fuffin's forehead as he anticipates any sort of movement or action to be encompassing his psychological aura. The huge cognitive load begins to bear down onto his shoulders as he is completely unaware of what is the next plan of action for him to take in this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, Will he survive? Will he hold it down? Or will the Crazy Cage Man? As it is a complete and utter stalemate. But here we go. Hide on bush here over in Lipovka by this area, taking out an engaging murder death kill already out in the game, holding on to their UAZ. Shadow 1K, one of the top fraggers from the previous round, is trying to pick up a nice kill here. He sees him. Oh, manages to get a headshot with the M16 onto Anderside. That is going to definitely throw a spanner into the works for them. Not good at all. Shadow is going to be aggressive pusher. They know they have a little bit of time to work here as they will try and pick up their teammate. They can repossession with them being distracted. So, and look at this push up. It's a beautiful coordinated push with Kailank taking the higher ground. Let's quickly go here as they try and get away. Tries to spray him down. Shadow 1K knocking one out. Kailank as well with a UMP. Picking up a second. A kill is down. And that is murder, seek, kill. Murder, death, kill. Out of today's game, coming into 19th place if I am not mistaken. And it is a quick elimination. Hide on Bush will be gearing up nicely and be able to take a substantial amount of points here. We do have Rocket Esports coming in. The stalemate still carrying on in Yasnaya Polana. And Rocket Esports going for a nice cruise in a vehicle caravan, doing some donuts as they're gonna hug the circle here and get the revive in as Laxer is infuriated with his car. His Dacia not wanting to cooperate with him, moving out of his way to not provide that cover which he so hoped for. But luckily there was no punishment for that movement coming into play, as they will be able to take the painkillers, gear up, and get into the next fight. They do have a bit of amount of time left for them to work with. A couple of shots being fired here from Toma Papau. And Toma Papau is from team. I'm not sure. My list. There's so many names on this list. Stephanie. Stephanie, make the words bigger. I can't see. Oh yeah. All right. It's Sauna Boys. There we go. The interns here at the office are slacking a little bit, not allowing to do my job properly, but it's all okay as we do have Rocket Esports right next to the Sauna Boys. And only a couple of players remaining. Have they split up? They have split up. Efe driving around here all by himself to pick up his squad mates from Enix. And we do have a little bit of an engagement going on here between Rocket Esports and Sauna Boys. I think they're just going to be a little bit passive here, not take any sort of shots early on in the game. And we shall see what happens. Look, the stalemate is still going on here. I think Fuffins and Highest are the last two remaining. The crazy cage boy has been taken out. The Crazy Cage Man. Your name is over 5 syllables. I will stumble over it. I do apologize. The Crazy Cage Man. Especially when it is in a super layman slang you got going on there. Do appreciate you, though you did take one for the team there. And providing your gear generously to Flashpoint Esports, as they will be continuing to hunt and try and bait out Arcticus. Going to be really... Look how close Gazrilla is. Right next to Muffins. I'm not sure they're aware of how close they are to each other. Muffins trying to peek. He does have the micro Uzi. It is very lethal at such a close range. Highest trying to peek him out, but I think they're just so close to each other. We have no idea what's happening. Let's have a quick look at the map, see what's going on. No engagements happening just yet. Probably here with Interrogate from Noble Esports will be engaging. So 3 big teams right next to each other in that close vicinity. That domain is going to be a hot spot here. We do have another, 4 big teams setting up. Fuffins gets taken out. Oh, he's going to get eliminated there by Salazar, finally knocking him out. As we do have another crate drop coming in. I wonder which team it's going to favor for the time being. Grenade being chucked out towards Hyas. I do want to see where this drop happens. Probably going to happen over Severny. There it is. Over Severny. And we have the flank coming in from FP Bovi. Hyas. Let's see how he manages to hold on to his dear life as he is being surrounded slowly. The momentum building up from Flashpoint. All they need to do is surround him and take him out. Here he is coming around. He's going to peek a little bit soon. He has the UMP. It's a UMP battle, but he gets the flank from behind and gets eliminated. And then his Arctica's taken out for round 2. Everyone seems to be relatively calm. We have Slice and Dice here holding on to the edge. And I think they're holding on here. Zodiac from Neurotic Esports trying to loot up a little bit more. Oh, Shiv driving right by. That is hide on bush. Kenturek trying to pop up with a little bit of shots with the UMP, but it's going to be a little bit useless at that range with that 9mm bullet. Will hardly do any significant amount of damage onto hide on bushes. They will just go on their merry way to find a new location inside the circle. And, you know, they do have a significant amount of ground to cover before they get into the next circle. And look at this setup. We do have some defensive positions set up, and it could be another slaughter as players try to force their way into the circle. But I think some players are being a little bit careful and calm. As Noble Esports, we got Interrogate here, taking a pot shot just for good luck, just trying to see if he can get that tasty montage clip, as we do have Chronix coming in. Now this is going to be one hot little tamale of a battle, ladies and gentlemen. They have no idea. I think they're aware that that one shot from Interrogate allowed their position to be revealed. As here we have Ataxia up against Noble. Who is going to win? A little bit of peeking here and there. Gonna try and knock out the tires, throw him off guard, as we do have a little bit of damage being dealt to his feet. Chronix completely aware of that player's location. Gonna try and peek out, trying to pull up the headshot, but he's unable to connect on that one. And this battle happening so early on here between these two titans is absolutely fascinating, ladies and gentlemen. So the grenade failed from Chronix, could potentially take him out, but he does manage to get away in time before that was a fatal. That could have been a fatal mistake for Ataxia, as he is going to try and peek around here to eliminate Noble Esports. So this relentless push coming in from Ataxia. There it is, the shot's going on, taking out, boom, and he pick it up to making the second one. That is Daz going on as well. 2 players remaining from Noble Esports, as Ataxia are hungry, bloodthirsty animals. They're maniacs trying to take this fight out right now, but unfortunately, that cheeky shot coming in from Interrogate right underneath the fence. Chronix is holding on by a thread and does get taken out, as we do have the remaining players, Zikix. And will this push prove to be a fatal play? Or will Interrogate hold on to it? The last remaining player has set at full health. Interrogate only having about 10% of his health remaining here at the gas station. He just came in for a snack. You wanted to talk to Apu at the quickie mark, but this is not the story, ladies and gentlemen. Haxida coming in with a vicious and furious anger, trying to take out Interrogate. But he's smoking off. He's going to go for the refi, but it's a big risk for them to try and do it, as Haxida will try and pick up the teammates here. Ooh, Interrogate. Holding on, taking a little sneaky peeky. Let's go to his viewpoint, see how he's seeing. Oh, trying to pick him up, but Haxete holding on. The cover is significant. He's going to go for the revive. Both teams at a standstill here. My goodness, what an engagement. This is fantastic. A lovely engagement here early on in the match is just what we want to see here at the Auzom Invitational Showmatch, ladies and gentlemen. No fear, just pride and lots of bullets. Can zoom out here, a little bit of engagement going on here from these two. But let's get back into here, as Neurotic Esports having their fight down in the southeast. Ooh, almost getting into the crossfire there with Daz. Pardon me as I tried to switch them up. It looks like Noble are in the clear. They have revived the majority of their teammates. The whole team has been revived, and Ataxia only having 2 players to work with. Trying to go for the wall bang. I doubt that's going to work for them right now. Can't shoot through walls necessarily. They're still being very cautious here. I don't know. This is a good spot. It is worth for them to be fighting, as that circle will be finishing under their feet, and whoever wins this will capitalize on the loot and on this strategic position, which has a decent vantage point an outlook towards various points of the map, but Boom trying to do a side flank onto Hexeti as he is preoccupied engaging the rest of Noble Esports. Does he see him? Hexeti taking a shot from Boom. Interrogate, getting knocked out. Zakix as well, the refry coming in, and that's some shots coming in from across the map. That is Rocket Esports trying to be the wild card, capitalize on them kills, get a little bit of points there. I think that was Ediclus picking up that kill there. And look at this, he's going to come around. And that is, unfortunately, Ataxia eliminated as Noble Esports will hold on to this. But we have a couple of plays coming in. We have Dizzy LT trying to zip on as their barrage of bullets is coming their way. And there isn't much options for them to, you know, set up camp early on in this game. They're going to try and go for this building, but it has some residents already. He's going to try and go for the Roadco, manages to take one out, but the vehicle explosion comes in, and it does come out. Dizzy picking up a double kill there. Oh my goodness. Sweet Jesus Mary. That was a moment I did not expect to happen. But here we go. We do have Crunchbra from Cloud9 holding on to the watchtower. And a couple of players will be coming in. Rocket Esports have been split into Hypok and Janssen, not doing so well, but they do have Outsider here to contest against Sauna Boys. Voxic from Enix has been downed, needing a little bit of backup. I don't know what they see. I'm not sure what they're shooting. They're trying to engage Team 1 here, as we do have Hide on Bush doing a sneaky, swimmy across the river, laying low, taking their time to get into the next play zone, and it is zooming in pretty fast right now. And that play zone will provide a substantially greater amount of damage, so the teams need to be a little bit more wary about their surroundings as they prepare in a fight, which looks to be in a very open end zone. And will be down to whose patience will come in, whose accuracy will play an important role in this final circle. We do have Wazupi. Yeah. Neutronic, excuse me, not neurotic. I have, excuse me for that. I'm probably being neurotic with all this caffeine I've drank for tonight, but excuse me for the pronunciation of the name there, ladies and gentlemen, but we continue here with our fight as Sauna Boys are just outside the circle. They do have to keep their eyes onto Rocket's Esports. Will they be blasting off into the top? I'm not sure. Couple of kills here. We do have an engagement coming in to play right now. It is Team 1 versus Hide on Bush. Salgi, relatively good player from the team, but I think the fight is happening just above them. And here it is. Oh no. As we have the underwater bug coming into play. I think I know how to fix this. Oh, the absolute massacre coming here as Yuki picks up, and I think he does manage to secure a couple of kills here for his team. Team 1 not completely knocked out. Salgi the last one remaining. They will just pick it up. Lagster, the top fragger for Team 1, is out, but there's one swimmer, and it's Salgi. Poor Salgi. He's got his speedo, he's got his swimming hat. I'm not sure if he's going to survive this one, as one player running out, taken out with a headshot by Yuki onto X-Reed. We have a couple more players coming in. Machine Gunner. Flashpoint. Survived. Got rid of the nuisance, which was Arcticus in the beginning. And now they're being trolls under the bridge here. And I do, like, crossing this river is a daunting task. But Enix here in the corner, holding on a little bit. Managing to survive. And this is E-Logic coming in over the hill. A couple of shots being dealt here and there, and they're going to be pushing up onto this building, which did have that fantastic vehicle explosion. There it is, the peppering of shots coming in, and can E-Logic hold on? Benji. Taking a little bit of damage, and he does get knocked out there by the C9 boys. And that is them eliminated. I think they're no longer going to be playing in this game. Froz is It's still alive. We do have the action coming in as the circle is trying to keep them on their toes, moving in. Noble Esports already in the circle. Substantial amount of damage. So Injustice here, one of the newcomers. Trying to grenade, trying to pick up a couple of shots, but they are completely unaware of where these shots are coming from. Crunch getting taken out. He's knocked out from Cloud9, and will they hold on to this? Is I Am Chappie alive? That is another question, as we do have the circle volleying back over to the eastern side, so leaving Enix in a good position. Efe cleaning things up here, eliminating Flashpoint. Now the Sauna boys are ready to pounce and pick up them kills. They do have a substantial amount of kills, but Draydon picking up 3, with Hefe currently leading the scoreboard. No, excuse me, Kylank with 5 kills already. And they're going to be pushing up to try and contest Enix, as we do have a very interesting circle for us to work with for today's game. A couple of suppressive shots as Toma Papau. Tom Pawau will be coming in. I think he has been spotted by Enix. Sauna boys, are they going to hold up? He's at a disadvantage here. A couple of shots zipping by. He's not going to reveal himself. Now he's going to go for the push. He has to be a little bit aware of the potential flank from the 4th player from Enix. But here we have the circle coming in very fast indeed. VFX trying to pick up a couple of kills here and there. Manages to pick another one, knocking 2 out. Can he make it to a 3rd one? That is a triple. Can he make it a 4th? Can he get a squad wipe for his team? And he does pick up a squad wipe there, and the final circle is pushing him, getting him knocked out. But the play zone does claim his life, as we do have Interrogate from Noble holding on to this one position. He has the advantage to his team right now. He only has 1 more player remaining in his team, and I'm not sure what the scoreboard looks like. Enix with the strongest force with 4 players remaining, and that's Shadow 1K getting taken out from Hide on Bush. And now it is a little bit of a waiting game as Noble Esports have the perfect situation for them to hold down and try and pick up 1st place, especially if their terrible start in round 1, losing their lives to Arcticus in Novo Repnoy and the docks. But they're coming back to show that they are on top form, that they can do a decent victory, as we do have some engagements coming on, trying to reposition this card to provide a little bit of better cover for himself. So, you know, they are Enix, still alive, have quite a bit of distance for them to come across to get into the next circle. Hide on Bush looking relatively okay as well. They could potentially come out here, but they are in the top 3, so it is all about the kills capitalization. They do have 11 kills for that team, so we can see who will actually come out on top. Shadow 1K getting a little bit of damage as the suppressive shots come in from Enix. And Noble Esports will just hold it down, take it easy, not rush. I do believe Hide on Bush are going for this rock right here. Trying to pick up the kills. I think that is the bait. There it is. Boone taking out Product NV from Enix. But this flank coming in from Hide on Bush as Kylank gets knocked out by Boom as well. And Interrogate taking out Shadow 1K. Now it's down to Noble Esports and Enix. Who is going to come out on top? Interrogate getting knocked out Draydon. And picking up another kill, trying to use that vehicle explosion to knock him out. And there's just 1 more player remaining, and that is Jefe. Can he clutch it 2v1? His teammates knocked out, unconscious, groaning in pain. As he does have this, you know, it's going to be a peekaboo battle between these teams as Jefe manages to pick up 1. Not put enough damage, knocks out Boom. Trying to pick up the 2nd one, and then is eliminated. Interrogate knocked out with Enix picking up 1st place, followed closely in 2nd by Noble Esports. But do remember, look at that Jefe with the MVP, an astonishing amount of 8 kills in this game. Followed by Shadow 1K and Hide on Bush. Sauna Boys picking up 4th place, and E-Logic picking up 5th. And there we have the rest of the teams for today's round 2. And a taxi again, 0 kills, coming in 17th place.